Hey, what up everybody? This is a few days after my last shots down there at Gillespie Dam. Came up here to Granite Reef to shoot the introduction of my video. One thing I learned through this experience is shooting video is definitely a lot more fun than editing video. I've learned that. This is a little bit overwhelming with the amount of content that I had gathered. I don't know about this, but you know, it was definitely worth it at the end, even just to get out, you know, and see all this. This is kind of once in a lifetime stuff from what I've been told and from my experience living out here for about 8 years or so. Got the pup all cleaned up finally. I'm all cleaned up, got the car all cleaned up. You know, it's fun adventuring, going around, getting the shots from the different parts of the lower Gila River, basically south of Granite Reef is where these shots all take place at. Learning video software as well. You know, I've been doing this all on my cell phone, and I'm not the most tech savvy guy out there, and you know, not having full time to dedicate to this. You know, we all got stuff we got to do in our daily lives, you know, so that's been interesting trying to learn that. In this shoot you'll see a lot of wildlife. I touched base on some petroglyphs down at Gillespie. A lot of the shots will be down at Gillespie area. Great fishing as well. If you're a fisherman, it's kind of a hidden gem out here for things. So you know, the other thing is, you know, this river runs pretty dry most of the time unless there's excess flows. It does kind of refill down south, you know, towards Avondale-ish area from the wastewater treatment plants, and then the aqueducts, the leftover stuff from farming that kind of goes through and then goes down that way. So, but yeah, check it out. So during the shooting of all this, I'd been fighting a nasty head cold. Some days would have me drained. I figured I'd put that context in here versus the way I was rambling on here about my struggles with editing and all that. I tried to actually take it out and it would throw my whole video off. And I'm like, you know what? I'll just mute that. I'll put some voiceover context in and we'll take care of that. Not to mention, I'd been running around back and forth trying to make a certain amount of money doing my gig delivery work and then rushing out to get shots again. Oh, looks like I might be in trouble. I rolled in here from a different way, so I don't know what these guys are going to say, so we'll see what happens. Here they come. Here they come. Let's see what they say. Might as well go meet them on their terms. My terms, I mean. How's it going? Oh man, just enjoying this beautiful weather. Wrapping up final shots of a video I'm putting together about the water system out here. So I'm assuming this is not allowed to be in. Okay, so I came in from a totally different way. I came in on the Maricopa Trail that way.
This way? Okay.
Down that way, and there were no signs. There was nothing posted. So I will gladly, you know, vacate.
Appreciate that.
But I'm definitely not, you know, looking to be like, hey, I'm breaking laws and not listening. So,
Gotcha. Yep.
you know, just a heads up.
If you can move out of this area, we just got it closed for safety right now.
I understand. That's pretty gnar stuff over there. So,
yeah.
is it cool if I go back out the way I came in? Because I parked over in the mountain bike trail.
Maricopa Trail.
Yeah.
That's what you came in.
Yeah.
If you want to go back out on that way, that's fine.
Okay.
Can't be in this recreation area.
Okay, understood, man. Really appreciate it. You guys have a good one. Thanks. Daily bud. Come on, Bubbles. Come on. So this is that trail that I came in on. I kind of figured, you know, I'd cover my bases and come in this way versus, you know, parking on the outside perimeter there and coming in. You know, I kind of figured I'd be pressing my luck. So I'm glad I thought about that beforehand, because definitely could have avoided a ticket or, you know, whatever. But for those out here wanting to come in through a different way, sorry. I'm sure the man will probably be on that trailhead now and make sure to block it off or put no trespassing signs for the time being till things chill out here at Gillespie. But this is a really beautiful area out here, no doubt. A lot of bamboo, a lot of different things. Huge lizards, huge. One thing people never think about is, you know, how the floods affect the wildlife. On this trail I've been on many times, I've never seen as many red ants, and these are the big boy ones too. I've never seen as many red ants, ant hills popping up on the trail as I have today. So it's just pretty cool. Man, this guy's going nuts out here right now. He loves it. I love it. So a map of the local river systems out here to give you an idea of what's going on out here with those. Green being where I started and red being where we stopped at Gillespie. So here's where we'll start our journey down the waterway here at Granite Reef. Part of the CAP project where most of this water gets diverted into the 4 different canals. And then again, you've got the Colorado River water system, you know, the lakes over there as well that also feed over here, pump into Lake Pleasant to help support the Salt River, Verde River, Gila River watershed feeding this area out here. So down here at Granite Reef, wanted to try to get onto the downside, the fall side of the dam over here. Normally this is a very popular area for kayaking, and then they'll have a little border, what's it called, like a protection floats going across over here so people don't get too close to the falls, but it looks like they either retracted those or they got swept away. And then you can see here as I zoom in, the water level, the dam, head of the dam wall is right there. And it just drops off into the original channel. Normally this is diverted into 4 different canals and there's not really much flow. Hey, what's up there, guys? You gonna be in my video? Cool, I got you. But yeah, really beautiful out here today, really beautiful. So here's that trail entrance. I actually just warned those folks down there walking their dog. I was like, you know, get away with it while you can because they're probably gonna catch on over here. Anyway, we out. So here we are at the Gilbert Road crossing. It'll be the first footage I get of some really epic water flows since I wasn't able to hit any at Granite Reef below the dam. But the taller bridge, I think that was already taken down, dismantled, destroyed, not sure, maybe from a previous storm. But the other bridge that I was on, you'll definitely see it was intact. And then I may have dodged a bullet because there was a lot of water coming downstream that I didn't know about. So check it out. So this is the road crossing, Gilbert Road that goes to the 87. You can see all the rock that got pushed up when the water is at a higher level. The water's basically right at the road brim level. As you can see, it's wide as here. It's ripping like crazy. If I fell in right here right now, it would be bye-bye Joseph. Downstream side. They blocked off the road. Doesn't say no trespassing or anything, so just says road closed. But and this is the north side of the road, and again, that water is level. Looks super calm, but underneath, you know, it'll suck you right under the bridge and spit you out down there. It's pretty weird, man. Woo! Some weird noises coming from over there, actually. I think the water is I don't know if the camera picks that up or not, but some crazy sounds. Super dangerous. Here you can see Horseshoe opened up its spillway gates more. Made my video look like a water slide almost. Wish I could have seen this. I think it was shot by SRP employees housed up there, because I don't know how he would have got out of there after that flow. Again, just crazy to think I was standing on that a couple nights ago, and right before it washed away, I guess. And this is only the Verde River water system releasing its flows. So Horseshoe Dam, which you guys seen the spillway video, I'm sure. And then the other thing is Bartlett. So, you know, Roosevelt, they say, I think it's at 101 capacity today, you know, and so that's going to be filling up. So we'll see what happens if they have to release water out of the Salt River system, Roosevelt Canyon, Apache, Sagaru Lakes. You know, if they release all of that and this Verde River release continues like it has, this is going to be very interesting. Heard they scaled back some of the water because they've had to do so many swift water rescues and people dying from trying to be adventurous, going kayaking. You know, I'm all down for that. You know, you want to drown your sorrows in a bottle and kill yourself slowly that way, that's one way to go. Or shoot, man, you can go out with a bang and go down the river, roaring rapids style. You know, especially if you don't really know what you're doing. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of seasoned people that are experts in their field that could definitely utilize this flow and have a good time out here. But you know, that's my goal. I want to get down like that out at Gillespie and follow the Gila River all the way down to at least Painted Rock Reservoir or lake or flat, because usually it's freaking dried up most of the time. And I know there's no obstacles, it just goes through meandering farmland and desert. But things just ain't in the cards right now to have that work out with a network of people to carpool with, set up shuttles, you know, have company to do it with. But maybe that can be something that could happen in the future. But pretty crazy to see this bridge demolished. That was a solid structure for sure. So it's roasted. And then there's some fissures back over here, I think, where the backwash kind of cut through on the backside. Not the flow side, but the backside. And you probably had a big old eddy current whirlpool. And it just goes to show you the power. So this is pretty crazy to see. I was out here the other night, and this was a paved road that I walked on. And I walked all the way over, chilled over there. I'll have the other video linked. And now you can kind of contrast. I'm going to be doing a lot of contrast shots of before and afters of areas where I filmed the overflowing river. But yeah, this is just crazy. Like, I'm like stunned right now. Like, this road, I was just standing on it as it was peaking. You can see the rails are fucking knocked over now. The whole road's washed away. And the water went all the way up to like over there. It's just insane. So, pretty trippy. So next stop along the river is the Tempe Town Lake. Typically it's just like a little trickle out or nothing at all. It's kind of like a greenbelt recreational area. ASU, downtown Tempe's all in the area. Interesting thing about this is back in 2010 this actually broke. Sent a whole lot of water setting down the river all at once, unregulated, just a massive gush of water. That would have been really, really cool to see. Could you imagine that? So here we are. This is Tempe Town Lake, and you can see all the water flowing out. How wide this is. Again, you know, this is going towards Gillespie Damn Bridge, and it's just trips me out that that's not overflowing. So our next stop here is Avondale Boulevard Bridge, right next to Phoenix Raceway, where they have NASCAR events, things like that. The water that's in there usually is from discharge from water treatment plants in, you know, downtown Phoenix area. This is officially the Gila River now, and it kind of gets more water as it goes down. Irrigation gets dumped back into it, you know, and has its way down to Gillespie, but it's got a few other stops before it gets through there. But it's about a half-mile wide channel right here, and it was full that day. So this part here, I sped it up about 3x. I tried to stabilize it as best I could so I didn't give everybody motion sickness. It took me about 8 minutes to walk from the start point on the north bank over to the south bank next to the NASCAR track. But yeah, I just wanted to get the full river channel and show, you know, it was touching bank to bank for the most part. You know, there was a little bit of a couple dry spots here and there, like that little road channel where the dirt came up a little bit, but for the most part it was covered bank to bank. And another crazy thing just to think about again, you know, is this is just the Verde River releasing its water that's doing all of this. You know, you've also got the Gila River down there and the Salt River, which in my opinion I think are bigger water systems when they do flow. So if you had all three, say you had some crazy 100-year storm, you know, can you imagine? Like that's pretty crazy stuff to think, man. This is you know, it almost doesn't even look like Arizona down there, honestly, right? You wouldn't think you're in the middle of the desert. I ended up finding an otter down there at Gillespie Damn Bridge. And I'm like, I wonder if, you know, did he live somewhere upstream and get flushed down? Or, you know, did he, is that where he stays permanently? You know, I don't know. But anyways, yeah, just fast forwarded this because, you know, it ate a lot of time. It was kind of a boring spot in the video too, especially after producing the last video I did with the crazy freaking spillway. I'm like, you need some action. But I got some cool action shots coming up soon here on the lower part and cool nature stuff. So on the next stop after this bridge, you get to get a little bit more in your face with the water. I get to get my feet wet and kind of show you guys a spot on the road where the water has overtaken the road. You know, there's even culverts under the road, so it's not like a road that washes over. So it just shows you that, you know, there's a lot of water flowing over in this system here, and it's even overtaking these roads and stuff. But that'll be over there on the next stop. It was a little sketch, honestly. Probably shouldn't have did it, but you know, I like to get cool shots. Try to show you guys up close and personal, you know, effects of these types of things. So as we traveled down the road a little bit, this is about a mile down the road probably. It's not that far. And there's about 3 spots where the water overtook the road. I believe 2 of them have under road culverts for the water to typically flow. But there was just, again, so much flow. In one spot, it was about 6 to 8 feet over the roadway, which is pretty crazy, pretty intense. So you can see they got roads closed because there's so much water coming out. So you got one flow there, and then that one you got another one. There's the NASCAR stadium right there, the NASCAR track. So, you know, this is the Gila River and it's flowing. It's running over the road even, and it's not like one of those roads where there's no tubes or anything going under the road. All right, here we go. Just gonna try to follow on this yellow paint line for the road. This is gonna be getting to the danger zone. If this gets up to my waist and it's moving this fast, it's asking for trouble. Oh shit, I'm up to my knees. Oh yeah, this is you drive across this, you're toast. This is no bueno. I'm not gonna walk any further than this. You can see the speed that the water's going right now. That would not be a good idea. It would just probably drag me down and scrape me into some bushes, so whew, turn around. Oh, even all them turned around. They're like, fuck that. Pretty crazy. So this next spot here is the Cotton Lane Bridge out in Goodyear going out to Estrella Mountain Ranch. Typically this is usually always dry unless there's releases and good flow. Now I'd been going back and forth a few times over a few days between here and Gillespie, expecting the water flow to hit. I really wanted to catch that levee break, and I was stunned that, you know, it hadn't been down there. And then every time I'd go back down that way, still nothing. Now it's only about like 6 miles away. I think I said 30 in the vid, but there's some context on that. So you can definitely see this Gila River has swollen over its banks. You know, it's got channels going off that direction, channel in that direction, channel in that direction, coming from that direction. Yeah, still tripping. I can't believe all this water, you know, 30-ish miles away, 25 miles away, Gillespie Damn Bridge, and there's 3 2-foot diameter pipes pumping whatever's left of the water into the irrigation canal going out to Gila Bend. It's just crazy to think about. So I'm gonna actually strike back out that way. Maybe the pulse of the higher water level is finally down there, and it just took a little bit of time. Like I said, I had to fill out, you know, there's a lot of mine quarry pits where they've taken, you know, they do a lot of cement material processing, a lot of river rocks, you know, so there's a lot of deep holes that got to get filled up, and channels that got to kind of meander, fill back in, and all the irrigation. But with the amount of water coming out and seeing this over here now filled up, it's got to be close to hitting Gillespie. So we'll strike back out that way. So here's our final stop before Gillespie Damn Bridge. This is called the Hasayampa River. It's a trickle to no flow at all to a raging torrent. It also is an underground water system that does flow year-round, but you know, most of the time it's underground. So it's a pretty interesting fact about this guy here. But yeah, so you'll see in these couple of clips that I got the differences when I caught it. Let's see, I think we're getting close to the water part. Yeah, here we go. So yeah, it's the Hasayampa. This comes down through Wickenburg, all of that over there. I don't think water is taken out of this for canals. I think this is left to flow as is. It doesn't flow a lot when it does flow. A lot of these are freaking either ripping and raging and you don't want to be near them, or they're a trickle. Looks like I missed the ripping and raging part. Probably last night when it rained is when this second channel right here was full, because you can see here it kind of forks off right here, but you know, there was water obviously flowing through this little part. But yeah, that's that. Oh man, let's see here. back here in this area checking all this stuff out. Whoa, whoa, whoa. And yeah, Hassayampa is flowing, my gosh. So you'd think I had my clips backwards and the previous clip was after this, but this is actually 2 days later, because that same day I went down to Gillespie again and there was still nothing. It looked just like it was normally does, you know, water being diverted into the canals, and the levee was still up. But finally today we hit money. So this is the final destination on the journey, the Gila River Gillespie Damn Bridge ruins, I call them, because they're no longer functional and in ruins. Here you can see some pictures of it back in its heyday when it was used and how it was utilized and how it would have looked. Pretty cool. Can't find any history on like the building of it with pictures and things like that. You can find some for the newer bridge, which is still an old bridge. But it's a cool watershed here, a lot of wildlife, fish, fowl, you know, probably other things, bighorn sheep, ruins, really historical spot. So this is a really cool bridge you can drive under. I drove under the whole span, but I shortened it because, you know, I'm trying to cut the video time on this thing down. It's a pretty long video, but there's so much cool stuff out here to see, and this is where the bulk of my video is shot from. But as you can see here, you know, a little water crossing, and you know, it's just a really crazy place. A lot of graffiti. Ugh. Oh yeah, nice and muddy. View of the area. So when I got here this first day, I was actually pretty surprised. Other days I'd been out here, there's a salt cedar forest under this bridge and in the waterway that spreads the width of the original Gila River right there, where these invasive trees, you know, salt cedars are an invasive species, had taken over. But they were green, lush, you know, you couldn't see in there. It was like a mini forest, and then you'd have little waterways going through there. It was very, very unique. I guess there was you know, a lot of people go down there, party, do their graffiti, do stupid stuff, and I guess they caught the place on fire, burned down a lot of those trees. So this is Gillespie Damn Bridge. Pretty cool little place. A lot of bass in this beach. You could almost bring a net, just cast it out, go stand out on that cement. In each one of these bays, there's big ass bass going to town. You can see them and hear them like that, attacking shit. But Gillespie Damn Bridge right there, that bad boy broke, I think in the 90s, early 90s, if I recall. Big whole monsoon hit, fucking busted through this dam and shit. So This goes over there, gets pumped up by that trailer by 3 or 4 big old pumps, and gets put into a canal that goes out, irrigates the farms out here, out to Gila Bend, those areas. So pretty cool shit. When the floods hit now, monsoons or heavy winter rain, snow melt, they'll flow over this. Sometimes this embankment here, the water will actually be strong enough to break. Obviously, shit, if it can break that, I should have no problem putting in work on that. But you can see it topped it. It didn't put in like massive erosion, but you could see little channels from where it topped it not too long ago. But when it does bust through this thing turns into some dope kayaking. So this sand wash is the original waterway for the Gila River. And so, you know, after a long time of it being diverted and not getting flow, basically it's just like a dust bowl, a riverbed with rock and sand. So when this flows over and then it flows into that, for some reason, eventually, I've seen it a couple times, it gets crystal clear, the water, you know, maybe 2 miles down. And then it's like 6 inches deep to 2 feet deep to, you know, pockets here and there, but not really many pockets anymore. So it's a constant shallow river just going through the desert. You know, it's just a unique feel. So next time this fucker breaks, you know, if everything pans out, the universe lines other aspects of life up for me, I would hella definitely freaking like to get a trip on that river flowing back in its original course, put some content out about it. It'd be freaking amazing. But, yeah, right now not much going on over here. I came out here after the reservoir started releasing water to see if I was going to make anything happen down here. But either I'm ahead of the water, because again it's like 80-90 miles away, I think, you know, and water meandering and hitting other bodies of water, gotta fill them up, come out, you know, whatever, and then being diverted. And this river channel is fucking got all kinds of cuts and shit in it. So but yeah, maybe I'm just ahead of it. That would be cool to see it actually hit this fucker too and bust over. So I guess, yeah, first thing, boom, watch it hit, watch it do its mayhem, and then after that capitalize and go do some cool kayaking. These are those pumps I was mentioning. So it looks like only 2 are actually running right now, which is, I'm stumped a little. I guess the flow, the pulse part of it, the front of it hasn't hit yet down here, because there's only 2 of these mugs running, and one's leaking it all, I don't know, 1/8 of it back in, 1/16 of it in back in. But yeah, this is the spot. So shit looks like Mexico or fucking some third world country, huh? Or something out of like a factory. Like, look at all this pollution and garbage, all the shit that gets washed into these waterways. Gotta get back to the car, get out of here. So this was left of the Salt River / Gila River / Verde River. All that water pouring out them mountains, coming down through town, and then after all the irrigation, canal projects, stuff like that, you got 3 pipes worth of water. Those are about they're about 2 foot in diameter pipes. So they don't even have all 5 pumps running over here. They've only got the 3 of them running. So I came back out here to Gillespie to see if I could get in front of that pulse. And you know, Bartlett opened its spillway all the way now, which is releasing tons of water into the to the Salt River, or the Verde River, which runs into the Salt River, which then runs into Granite Reef Dam, which gets dispersed into some canals for the East Valley, and I think Scottsdale too, maybe the North Valley from there. And then, you know, it continues down into the Salt River, you know, continues on, runs into Tempe Town Lake, and then from Tempe Town Lake, you know, it keeps going, and then it basically runs into the Gila River, which is pretty much dried up from its source in the East Valley, whereas you know, the salt kind of comes from the northeast, Verde's from the north, Gila's kind of from the south. But so now this is the Gila River. After everything runs in to each other, there's a lot of farmland, so a lot of irrigation, and again it gets spread out through the east or through the West Valley, and then continues on down through this process facility or this pumping facility here into the canal over there, where now they've got 3 pumps running instead of 4. But what just trips me out is you saw the level of water that was coming out of Horseshoe. Again, that was just one river, right? One water tributary merging into 2 other larger water tributaries, the Gila River and the Salt River. And now here we are at the end of the line, and this is the end of the line for the river. So typically it's normal channel, goes under Gila or Gillespie Damn Bridge right over there. It'll break that little embankment that they do over there is fishing on, and then it continued, you know, its natural course before man messed with this was through this valley, you know, and then all the way down and met up with the Colorado River. So you can see how calm and peaceful it is out there with the water, the pulse, the front of the massive wave of water coming down. Hasn't hit out here yet, so, you know, great fishing when it's like this. Guys talk about really good bass fishing, cat fishing. Learned on my trip out there about the tilapia. I knew what those were, but I didn't know they were like out here. I don't know if they use them for the canals to, you know, to keep them clean, keep mosquitoes down, bugs, crabs, stuff like that. But yeah, as you can see, man, really peaceful place. Little crop duster. Dang, I gotta say, my custom-made spook sound effects came out pretty good. Nonetheless, it doesn't need sound effects. This place is creepy. I was hearing all kinds of weird stuff out here. Pretty bummed, you know, gotta call it a day. I can't catch the pulse, watch it break through. I waited as long as I could, obviously, but I gotta get back. I promised a family member I'd babysit their kids a while ago. So, you know, just wasn't meant to be. I think it would have broke through here nighttime anyways. And I would have been passed out in my car. So, you know, it is what it is. I was super tired at this point. And just, yeah, maybe I was just delirious. Maybe it was just noises in my head, not out in the world. But hopefully, you know, another year, another flood season, when they rebuild that back up, I can catch it again. I watch it get smashed down in real time, but this time wasn't the time. All right, so we're back out here at Gillespie Dam, and I can already see water in the original channel. So would have been cool to see that pulse come through that night, but it looks like we missed it. But here we are back at it to check out the aftermath of it all. So you can still tell by my voice, I sounded pretty tore back. I was coming back off, fresh off babysitting duty for a few days, you know, changing duty diapers and stressing, just, you know, not resting well. Obviously it's not something I do often, so I didn't get my beauty sleep on top of running around before that, chasing, you know, this water system and the flow and trying to catch the pulse, break through the levee, back and forth a bunch of times, up and down. Freaking didn't get much rest either, so I never really recharged my batteries until after a couple days after this. But yeah, here we are, finally made it. She's ripping and raging. Woo woo, here we go. So there you can see where the levee broke. This is that area we were four-wheeling through. Alright, so here we are back at Gillespie Dam. Here's the levee walkway that broke. I was able to walk all the way over there last time. It's probably a pretty deep channel, I'd imagine. But not only this deep gushing channel, so there's a purpose-made channel that goes over there that's like a step system that's along that whole quarter-mile-ish length of bridge over there. But yeah, this is the aftermath of the levee breaking in that pulse, which I was really close to catching but didn't catch, unfortunately. The aftermath of when that hit here. And then you've got all 5 irrigation pumps pumping. Those are 5 or 6, I forgot already. 2-inch or 2-foot diameter pipes. So those little boxes up there, there's one right there. There's another one in this cutout right back here. So apparently back when this highway was the, I think they call it the Transcontinental Highway. It was one of the only crossings they had before the bridge was here, and when everything was flooding, they would hook up old Ford Model Ts and things like that to a pulley system and basically have them go across a cable
all the way across the river channel here to there to then continue on the old US. I think it's Highway 60, 80. I'll look into it and I'll probably fix it with some video editing. But it's pretty cool. Crazy to think, as reinforced and thick as this cement is, that this got broken down by a storm back in the early 90s. Boy, Bubbles. Good boy. Here's a nice rolling shot of the now re-established river channel. Mother Nature reclaimed, breaking through the levee wall over there. There's another pulse of water coming down that's going to do a number on this place, as you'll see in the clips coming up. End up finding a lot of fish dried up in mud, and hundreds, maybe thousands, pooled up in spots where the mud blocked the entry. So I should have totally caught my breath before I hiked up this mountain. I didn't cheat like them. I parked at the bottom and then hiked up the side. But I just want to show you guys here this little water causeway. You know, that used to be an old roadway, I guess, that they would use too. In the second phase of this thing, I guess. I'm still trying to piece it all together. But you know, and then the channel. This place gets cracked again good. All that water there area gets like blocked up. The entrance to that gets dirt and debris pushed up into it, so the water's no longer going to be flowing into it. Here you can see the 3 or 4 different causeways in the main river channel, where the river kind of splits apart and then probably comes back together in other areas. But you know, I was out here the next day and you'll see, man, all these fish, and it looks like a completely different.
So back out here at Gillespie, looks like I missed another pulse over here. The water looks like it came up even higher. Really did a number on the levee over here. Today's the 27th of March. I actually tried going under the bridge over there, and I almost got stuck. I don't know if you can see my tracks. Probably not. I can't even really see them, so yeah, I don't expect y'all to be able to. But yeah, thank God it was a USGS 4x4 over there. That's kind of why I was the only reason I was like, you know what, let me give it a shot. But quickly learned that I was in over my head with what I was in. But yeah, this is the aftermath of whatever happened in between the last time I was here. I don't know where the water release came from, if it was from the Hasayampa or another place. As you can see, they're the workers out here working on dredging out and clearing out this waterway right here. You remember the last time we were here, it was nice and clear, looked like a deep channel, but now it's filled in with mud, debris, and muck. Looks like they're cleaning it out so they can continue to pump water into the irrigation canals. But yeah, it's pretty crazy stuff. There's some more shots closer up to the pumps over here. You can see this nasty sludge just flowing down under. And again, they're pumps, so these workers are out here working on clearing this out. We got a freaking grappling hook and everything, crazy. I don't want to be rude and be like filming these guys directly, so I'm trying to keep it down. Pretty cool. Look at it, it's like a foam sand. I don't get it. I see it like glowing. Weirdest foam I've ever seen. These guys definitely got their work cut out for them. Definitely. Another shot of the 27th today of the levee walkway that I've came out to a couple of times now that you'll see in the video, and you can just see the difference immensely, how much destructive power the force of the water has. I'm over here freaking walking on trees basically planted on top of the whatever's remaining of this levee wall. Come on, Daly. All these big chunks of rock. As you can see, they got a big pile of I think they're old like railroad tracks, or like for like the not the railroads, but like the light rails in the city. You know, they use those cement planks for to tie the if planks is the right word, correct me if I'm wrong, but to tie down the tracks to. So they've got a whole stack of those, come on, ready to go for when they rebuild this bad boy back up. But man, this thing is eroded. It just goes to show you the power. I brought my kayak today. It's an inflatable kayak, and I was thinking, oh, you know what, the water levels will probably be chill, and I can do a little cool you know, kayak from here under the bridge, get out, you know, maybe drop a pole in the water. But this doesn't look like very good fishing conditions, and being it's an inflatable kayak and all this sticks and debris, definitely not a good idea. And I don't feel like swimming ashore or getting my stabbed on a freaking branch, underwater tree or obstacle. So that's out the question. This is crazy. I thought had already seen the max extent of the damage, but apparently not. Looks like this is about the end of the line. Yep, you didn't make it, buddy. Clearance. Yeah, getting all kinds of interesting shots today out here. That means you ain't gonna make it, bro. You guys gotta turn around, because that's a warning, and then that beam right there, not gonna let you get by. Crazy. I can't believe these guys actually tried coming through here. You gotta back up, man. So again, is he really going for it? No way. What's he doing? You're not gonna make it. Unless these guys have done this before and I don't know what I'm talking about. See this daily? Holy cow, I guess these guys have done this before. I was wrong. Dude, that's like close. Holy cow. Sorry, I wasn't looking at the screen for a second there. I was like watching with my own eyes. That one looks like it's good. That first one, woo-wee. Well, they're making it all right. Good on them. Yup, nope. So it wasn't no bueno. The dude is now stuck down there at the end, holding up traffic for everybody. There's a line of tractors, trucks, and that's a hell of a long way to have to back up. And that fucks me up because there's some stuff I wanted to film over there on the mountain over there. And my little closing grand finale for this video, I wanted to shoot on the dam over there. But what am I gonna do now? Shoot. Alright, so we made it over here. That truck ended up having to take off this like cover cap housing thing for a mesh or netting type topper to keep debris from flying out when they would drive, and he made it through taking that down. But you can see my tracks where I started to go, and then I just started going sideways and it just started getting deep, and then I had to work my way back out. Anyway, I'm over here on the side of this hill. This is a site with some interesting history. So you know, this is the old US Highway 80 Transcontinental Highway. Talking to locals that I've ran into out here, they've told me about, you know, celebrities that used to come out here back in the day. This was like kind of like a hot spot, I guess. You know, there was a hotel built around here, and basically, you know, it was a nice hot spot. What they said, it was called the Phoenix Hotel, but when I've looked into it, I can't find any information on any of that. Another old timer, a lady I ran into out here, told me she'd lived out here for about 50 years, and what these indentations are in the sides of these hills. Sorry, I'm sliding. There's another one over there. It was like a cable crossing. So you've got that aspect, the historical aspect, excuse me, of this place. Oh. And then you've got these bad boys, these petroglyphs, like crazy. Let me get up on them more. The sun glare is making it kind of hard to see. Hold on a sec. All right, so we're up here now. Oh, sorry about that, but here we are, and here's all these petroglyphs. And it trips me out too, because I've been, you know, I'm a avid researcher on many levels with many different things. I don't exactly believe our true history has been taught and told to us. And again, I don't want to get too far off topic with what this video is about, but this spiral here, you know, ties into some things. You've got the goats, you know, typical, understandable. You know, there's mountain goats out here. There's a nature preserve out that way. Illegal poaching happening from time to time out here too, from what I've heard. But then Daily, you get going up here a little more, and I noticed this stick man. And these petroglyphs, these same ones, are found all over the country as well as all over the world. Like the same exact style, the same exact drawing. And there's some theories out there that talk about it being an event, a plasma event, kind of like a reset event, and toroidal fields, and you know, pretty crazy out there stuff. But you know what, I don't discount anything nowadays. But just really, really cool, you know, the historical aspect of all this out here. And then you got these assholes come out here, excuse my language, trying to work on that, people. Okay, sorry. And then, you know, they come in and they do their graffiti and stuff, kind of mess some of this up. And then the patina, you know, this black patina. It is said that these sites here, you know, they're older than Christianity, over 4,000 years old, some of these sites. So it's just pretty crazy to think this is just right here. Here we have, from what I've been able to research and dig up, is this is, at first when I came out here years and years ago, really not on this mindset level, just kind of like nice back road, twisty road to rip, do that kind of stuff on. Came out here and seen this, and I thought it was just, oh, it's just mining, you know, whatever, some kind of wash pool. But looking into it further, like that hotel that was out here, apparently people are saying that this was a bath pool, or, you know, a pool for the hotel that was nestled somewhere right here where all the old school celebs and, you know, important people, industrialists, things like that used to come out here back in the day. So really cool, really poopy that people got to mess this place up with this kind of stuff. I mean, you know, in that graffiti world, I thought they like putting them on trains or in places where people can see their work and rep their name. Anyway, this is kind of the middle of nowhere. So here's another petroglyph covered rock that I just seen. Again, we got the stick man, but you know, it's not representing a man. You know, that looks like stuff that I've been researching with this event called the EMPCOE, EMPCOE. Not a lot of information out there about it, hard to find. And then again, a lot of these rock faces, you know, the rocks have crumbled, fall down, but it's almost like they're scorched. Like, you know, I've read about patinaing on these hieroglyphs. There's a couple of sites out here and other spots. I didn't know there was a site here with these, but it's just, man, it's really cool. It's like another boulder that was up top with some petroglyphs on it that broke off the face. And again, another stick man, you know, but it's obviously, it ain't a third member hanging down between the legs there, I don't think. I think it ties into that other thing I was mentioning. So here it looks like this is the foundation of, I don't know if this is part of whatever hotel was out here, or if this is from that cable tram that lady was talking about, where she said they used to cable old school cars across to a landing point over there in that groove. Back before they had the dam here or the bridge, and this would be raging and there was no way of crossing it in those days. So really interesting. Pretty crazy. I think these are mud swallows. I mean, don't quote me, I'm no expert, but pretty cool. A lot of fish trapped in here too. And the wildlife out here are going to have a blast. But man, you can just see all these fish. See tilapia, a lot of tilapia. A couple of really big catfish over there. This is just crazy. not want to fall off over here. The little guy thought that was dirt, but he just took a little mud nap. Come on, buddy. Oh man, look at these fish. Such a waste. Looks like there's one over there just on his way out, man. It's so sad. I wish I could help. Maybe I'll take my shoes off. We'll see. I don't know how deep I'll sink. My pup, he stepped there and he went down to his, I'd say 6-7 inches. So with my weight, it'll probably be worse. So this walkway that I'm on, as you can see, here's my feet. So this is about the width of it. It's not the widest, so gotta be a little careful. Trying to film and walk on this is a little tricky. Thankfully, I know it's not the deepest, but pretty cool place. Come on. You can see these fish just chilling here on the side of the wall. And then they see me and book it. There are a lot of fish in here, my God. Kind of funny. This video intended to just kind of start it and just be about the flooding out here. But you know, I guess this ties into the results and the aftermath of all the flooding going on out here. So, you know, these cranes are gonna have a field day out here too. The raccoons. I think I saw some cougar prints back there, but it was kind of hard to tell. They were all mushed over by fishermen's footprints walking over them. Alright, well I think this is as far as I want to go. My pup's being a little hesitant every time we come up on some kind of an obstacle. And there's a couple more obstacles and then the way back. But yeah, you get an idea of what's up out here. And again, you can look at other people's content that have been out here and kind of see how it looked before. I mean, this was pretty deep. I think this was like 6 feet deep on this side. Now it's just filled in with muck. So that'll be cemented in probably when it dries out, and then flush out when they have the next big one. Crazy. All right, I'm gonna work my way back up to the top for the closing shot. He's happy to go. Look at him. Oh, poor fish, man. You're right there, buddy. I wish I could help you, man, but it's Mother Nature, man. It is what it is. There's so damn many of you guys. I don't think I'd want to eat any of these fish to begin with. You know, you got all these crops around here. And oh, yeah, these crop dusting planes flying all over the place. Basically, you know, spraying all the crops with pesticides in this river system. all the irrigation comes from it and then also washes back down into it. So, you know, I'd imagine a lot of these fish have high toxin levels. The tilapia, I think they're designed to live in these kinds of environments. You know, they eat poop, basically, those fish farms, from what I understand. So it's just a trip. Good boy, Bubba. Here you can see all the raccoon prints or tracks. Pretty sure these are raccoons. You know, obviously going here to that fish pocket right here where there's a good, I don't know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Shoot, could be hundreds of fish in there, and that's just the shallow spot. But you know, there's definitely a food supply for the wildlife out here. Oh man, fun. The things I do to get shots. Trying to keep my feet from getting too caked here. So yeah, you can see those tilapia there, pretty big size. Nice fish, man. But I thought those were a lot of fish back there. Wait till you get a load of this. Look at this. It's like a fish farm down there. My pop's like, what the heck is all that? I know, Bubba. No, do not jump off of this, okay? I know you're not that crazy. Look at them all. It's all tilapia. Gotta be like 500 fish, 1,000 fish in here. Those are the ones. You see them all gasping for air. I guess they're the type of fish that can breathe air. I didn't know that. There's probably no oxygen in this water. Damn, it's such a shame, man. A lot of fish. This puts kind of a damper on my mood, man. I like showing people cool stuff. You know, it's just like to say, that's life, and life ain't fair. And you know what? I could tell you all about that. So, sucks, fish. If there's anybody out there that's going to be watching this video, and you want to Oregon, you're local, I don't know, you guys are into that kind of stuff, maybe get a group of folks come out and start hucking some fish over the wall, you know, some waders or something. I don't know. Crazy. It's like that crew hung up over there. They gave up. One of those pumps started smoking when I was over there. It was pretty trippy. See all these foamy bubbles and stuff. Like, I don't know if that's all farm debris or you know, pesticides and other weird stuff, because I know that wasn't here before. It's just crazy. I was just about to start doing my little closeout on the vid for a little epic place to get a little cardio, some footwork, some balancing, so, you know, I can stay on point in these precarious spots, on top of a couple other things that I might be venturing into. But check it out. We got us a freaking beaver. I had no idea there were beavers down here. Look at that guy. He's just munching away. He's just munching. You see that beaver, Bubbles? Crazy, huh? Look at that beaver, buddy. Man, that is so awesome. I am really, really stoked about that guy right there. What's up, man? Hey, I got a question for you. How much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? I'm stupid. Anyway, pretty dope experience out here today. Glad I'm able to share it with y'all. Check it out. Let me know what you think. If you're watching this and you're already familiar with this place and its history, I'd like to hear a little bit about it in the comments for sure. I tried to do my best to look around, see what I could find regarding what some of the locals were telling me, which I couldn't confirm. But there's definitely some cool stuff, pictures and stuff online. What's up, Beaver? Oh, show's over, I guess. So, alright, man. See you later, Beaver. Have a good one. Thanks for watching. Oh, look so happy. You're so happy to be back to the car, huh? Yeah, you ready? Oh, wait. Come on, let's go this side, buddy. Oh, I've never seen him so happy before. Okay, you ready?